In a foreign land, beside a quiet river in Babylon, there stood a man who had lost everything. His home, his temple, his nation. His name was Ezekiel. He was not in Jerusalem, where God's glory once filled the temple. He was in exile, surrounded by defeat, confusion, and silence. The people asked, "Has God abandoned us?" Then suddenly, heaven opened. A storm-like vision appeared before him. Wheels within wheels, creatures full of eyes, and a radiant throne above it all. It was the glory of God, not confined to a building, but alive, moving, even in exile. And then came the voice, "Son of man, I am sending you." Ezekiel wasn't sent to kings or nations that would listen. He was sent to a stubborn, rebellious people, his own, and God gave him a strange assignment: eat this scroll. The scroll was filled with lamentation, mourning, and woe. Yet when he ate it, it tasted as sweet as honeycomb. Because even in judgment, God's word is life. So Ezekiel spoke. He became a living sign. He lay on his side for days. He cooked food over fire. He packed his bags like a refugee. Why? Because God was trying to shake a people who had grown numb. Then one day, Ezekiel's heart was tested. God said, "The delight of your eyes will be taken from you." And that very evening, his wife died. But God told him, "Do not mourn publicly. No tears, no funeral rites." Ezekiel became a sign again, this time of a deeper truth. The people had lost sensitivity. They would face loss so great, they wouldn't even know how to grieve. But God was not finished. In one of the most powerful visions ever recorded, God took Ezekiel into a valley full of dry bones, not skeletons buried, bones scattered, lifeless, hopeless. And God asked him, "Son of man, can these bones live?" Ezekiel didn't pretend to know. He said, "Lord, you know." Then God commanded, "Prophecy to the bones." It sounded impossible, ridiculous even, but Ezekiel spoke. And suddenly, there was a noise, a rattling. Bones began to come together. Sinews formed, flesh appeared, skin covered them, but there was still no breath. Then God said, "Prophecy to the breath." And as Ezekiel spoke again, breath entered them, and they stood up, a vast army. What looked dead lived again. God declared, "These bones are the whole house of Israel. I will open your graves and bring you back to life." This was more than a vision, it was a promise. Even in exile, God restores. Even in dryness, God revives. Even in judgment, God remembers mercy. Ezekiel began in captivity, but he ended with hope. He saw a new temple, a restored people, and a river flowing from God's presence, bringing life wherever it went. His message still speaks. You may feel far from where you're supposed to be. You may feel like things have fallen apart. You may even feel spiritually dry. But the same God who spoke to Ezekiel is still speaking today. He is not limited by your situation. He is not confined by your past. And he can still bring life to what feels dead. Because when God speaks, dry bones live again.